Hello friends, today we will learn about HTTP protocol. So, what is HTTP protocol? HTTP is Hyper Text Transfer Protocol. Protocol. So, according to the OSI model, we are having 7 layers, right? 7 layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So, HTTP works on the application layer. Application. And HTTP is the stateless protocol. Is the stateless protocol. And what is stateless actually? Protocol. So the stateless means that from client to server, it will only remember client and the server relation until they are exchanging the information, right? So HTTP only remember client and server until they are exchanging the information. When the connection closes, they don't remember each other. So that is why we say that the HTTP is a stateless protocol, right? Uh, now, now we will learn about the versioning of HTTP. So in the year of 1991, we have the HTTP versioning of 019. Actually, we just gave 0.9 version just because to differentiate between 1.0, 1.1 or other versions of HTTP, because during the evolution of HTTP protocol, there is no version assigned. So just for the reference, we are giving this as 0.9. So in 1991, the websites are very simple. Like they are not having any kind of the CSS involved. CSS is cascading style sheets or other kind of the things which makes the website beautiful. So in the earlier years, there are very simple web pages. So at that time, only one method is used, that is get method. So during the get method, when we send the request, let's say we are sending the request to open the index.html, right? So we will send the information in this form and we will receive the response from the server in the similar, like it's just a text responses. So the websites get opened, right? So the websites are very simple during the year of 1991 to 1996, because in 1996 we are having version of 1.0. So website development was increasing efficiently, so there are so many things that get arrived. So in the year of 1996, and when we are having 1.0 version, so at that time a status code was also added to the response part. Like when we send a request to the server will send some kind of the response, like the web to tell the client whether the request was successful or the failure of the request, right? So the status code was involved. Also, we are having the content type. So also we are having the content type. So content type is just like the media type, like what kind of the things we want to receive in the response, right? So that is kind of the content type. And is in version 1.0. So let's say your website is having 10 files, right? So to receive all the 10 files, there is always a new TCP connection formed between client to the server. From client to the server, let's say this is the client and this is the server, right? So a TCP connection was formed between the client and the server via three-way handshake three-way handshake. We have the connection formed between client and the server, and after that only the request get transferred to the server, and is getting the and we get the response from the server. And similarly, let's say we are having the 10 files, like we are having the 10 files here. So to get each file, every time new TCP connection formed to receive the response. So this will having a huge impact on the server and its throughput value, because like when for the individual request we are again forming a new TCP connection. So that is why it's very time consuming, and until all the packets get received on the server side, the website will not get open, right? So to open a website in TCP connection, all the request messages must having the response part. So whatever the packets is sending from the request to the server to the client, the count must be full. That doesn't mean like if any packet will get dropped, so that will cause an issue. So in three-way handshake, we are having the huge problem for making for latency and the throughput value, right? So how we calculate the latency? We are talking about the latency. And what is the latency? Latency is the round trip time of single request. When we send request from client to the server, and server will send response to the client, how much time it will take. So that is the latency part. And what is the throughput value? Throughput value means how many requests server can handle in a specific period of time, right? In a specific period of time, how many number of requests a server can handle, that is the throughput value. So in case of 1.0, both the throughput and the latency time was huge. So that is why we there is one new version formed in the year of 1997, that is version 1.1. So we will talk about version 1.1 in the next video.